going on, guys? Kerzy Ranger Code. I'm bringing you a brand new video today in my car. Now, this is the long-awaited video. I've been trying to record this for a minute. I really have. I've been wanting to make another car video for a while. Like, I really have. Once again, my audio is going to be shit because I'm just going to be yelling into it the whole time because my exhaust distorts it. But I got a little bit I want to talk about, you know what I mean? So as you guys saw in the cinematic in the beginning of the video, that's my car. If you haven't seen my car before, this is my car. I've made a few videos in the past on my car. But if you haven't seen them and you don't know what's on the car exactly, it's basically stock, all right? I'll tell you my plans. So the car is basically stock. I don't really have many plans to do much else with it other than, you know, just wait and trade it in. Honestly, I want a GT. If you guys did not know, this is a 2016 V6 Mustang. It's a 6-speed manual transmission. It's a 3.7 liter V6, 305 horsepower, 280 pound-feet of torque. As far as what's done to it so far, well, let's do some pulls first, all right? Alright, so there's a bunch of construction and shit going on, so I can't get like any real high speed pulls going, honestly. I tried, but there's just way too much construction, way too much traffic. I don't want to be that guy, alright? Okay. That's first and second gear. That's pretty much all you're gonna get right now, guys. I ain't trying to get my speeding fines doubled, you know what I mean? Either way, the car is a fucking hoot to drive, man. So as far as what's done to the car at the moment, like I said, it's pretty much stock, and I plan to trade it in for a 5.0 at some point. I just love Mustangs. That's just like, I just really love Mustangs, all right? I really just want a 5.0. When I bought this car, I really didn't have the funds to buy a 5.0, so I bought this one. So I had a V6 before this. That was heavily modded for a little while, and yeah, okay. Things happen. People pull out in front of you. New Mustang, pretty much stock. But it is a V6, like I said. As far as things done to it, technically the leather is new. There's all interior black leather interior in this car. It came with black cloth because there's no like premium package for the V6 anymore since they have the Ecoboost, and I had them redo it. So that's new. It also doesn't come with the shaker system, so I also had them put a 10-inch sub in the back, so that's there. But other than that, aesthetically, I plasti dipped the pony in the front, all right? Not a mod, but aesthetically, I plasti dipped the pony in the front because I was tired of the chrome. As well as the deck lid. You know how the deck lids come and they have like the chrome like pony or the chrome GT emblem on the back. I just bought an MMD flat black deck lid, which may change here sometime in the future. But yeah, I got the MMD flat black deck lid. So that's pretty much it, like aesthetically, to the car that I've done, other than obviously the wheels. So basically the car is on 19x95 SVE gloss black drift style wheels all the way around, and they're wrapped in Pirelli P0 255 40R19 tires, once again all the way around. So now the reason I did the same like wheel and tire width and size all the way around instead of, you know, putting bigger tires in the back because it's a Mustang, it's because it's a V6 and I'm not really looking to do that much more to it. I want to keep it pretty stock and pretty clean, not drive it very much. It's a daily driver. It does not get road trip though. I take it to work. I've had it since April 2016. It only has 8,500 miles on it. So I baby the shit out of this car, but I do have fun with it. And I didn't want to do bigger tires and everything in the back just because it is a V6. If I need to rotate the tires, you know, I have fun. I spin the tires. It happens. I do it. So if I want to have fun with the car and I need to rotate the tires, it's super simple. I can do it like that. I don't have to worry about different sizes and shit. So that's why I went with the same size all the way around. The car also has, that's why I'm talking really loud and the exhaust might be distorting it, but the car also has Flowmaster Pro Series axle back exhaust on it, so it sounds fucking amazing. On top of that, the car is also on Votland Super Sport springs. It lowers the car 1.3 inches all the way around, I think, something like that. And we have Maximum Motorsports caster camber plates. And that's pretty much it. Other than that, the car is stock. It's completely stock. Engine stock, like everything's stock. It drives, it rides fine. Like I said, 305 horsepower, 280 pound-feet of torque from factory. And really what I wanted to talk about in this video, you can probably see it in the title, is Ecoboost versus V6 S550 Mustang. Now, why did I choose this? Why did I choose the V6? Blah, 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 all this stuff, what the differences are. Now, obviously, I don't have an Ecoboost. I couldn't tell you every little thing about the Ecoboost. I really, really couldn't. Lately, my car's evaporator coil went out, and I had to get it serviced, and we had a rental car, which was a 2017 Ecoboost Mustang. Now, it was a 2017. This is a 2016. That was an automatic. This is a manual. Pretty similar still. That one was also convertible, but you know, I got to drive it, I got to feel it, I got to see what it was like compared to the V6 that I've been driving around for a year and a half. 315 horsepower, 320 pound-feet of torque out there stock, something like that. That would be my rough estimate. I probably should have looked it up before I did this video, but I'm pretty sure I'm correct. And this car, like I said, is a 3.7 liter V6, puts out 305 horsepower, 280 pound-feet of torque stock. So the numbers are pretty similar. The torque numbers obviously much higher. It's got about 40 pound-feet more torque, and it's got about 10 more horsepower than my V6, the Ecoboost, that is. Now, I'm leaving the GT out of this because, you know, I don't have a GT. I didn't have a GT rental car. Obviously, the GT is the way to go if you're looking to buy a Mustang and you have the money, buy the GT. 100% buy the GT. 5.0 all day. But between the V6 and the Ecoboost, so the things are, with the Ecoboost, obviously you have the premium package now, so you have all those strengths. You can have the big dash and the big tablet navigation system and everything, and you can have like the seat warmers and all the luxuries of the Mustang, because you can get the premium package with the Ecoboost as well as the GT. And you can't do that with the V6, so obviously you're missing out on a lot of the luxuries. If you don't care about the luxuries, then obviously it doesn't matter to you. But that's a big thing I noticed with the Ecoboost. There's so much more like things, like little tiny things you can do. Seat warmer, seat cooler, like just it's absolutely insane. The tablet dashboard's actually really nice, but I don't have it because I have a V6. But with that being said, you're gonna be paying a lot more money for the Ecoboost with all those features when the V6 doesn't have those features. The V6 is a very, very, very affordable car. It's actually getting discontinued, which is very sad, but it's super affordable. I mean, all Mustangs are pretty affordable for what they are. It's just the V6 is definitely the lower end, and it's the most affordable car. Woo! Now, the biggest thing for me between the Ecoboost and the V6 is the power. All right, what are we talking about power? You know, like I already gave you the numbers. They are very similar in numbers. Obviously, the GT is going to be the fastest out of them all. It's a V8. But the V6 and the Ecoboost are very similar with power, stock that is. So when we're talking stock, you know, a lot of people will say the Ecoboost is faster, which obviously it has higher numbers. And if you're gonna go like a route, like you wanna tune the car and everything, if you tune the car will make more power than the V6 easily. It will be a faster car. It is a faster option. But if you're looking just to buy the car stock, you know, what are the differences? And you know, I didn't race the V6 and the Ecoboost, so I couldn't tell you exactly who would win. Probably the Ecoboost by like a hair, I'm sure. There's really not that much of a difference. The biggest thing to me, the biggest thing that I noticed out of them is the Ecoboost, when it hit a high RPM, it had a lot of low-end torque, it had a lot of low-end power, but when it hit a higher RPM, it fell off. It fell off like just dramatically. It was kind of disappointing, to be completely honest with you, because it was like it would pull, and then it just kind of like sit, you know, after 4,000 it just kind of sit and then you shift. Whereas with the V6, obviously it doesn't have the power of a V8, but it pulls like a V8, I feel at least. Whenever you hit 4,000 RPM, it keeps pulling. This car just pull nonstop. It's just constantly pulling, and that's what I really like about the V6 over the Ecoboost stock. But that's the biggest difference for me when the car has a stock engine and it's not tuned. I think the V6 is more fun. And I'm not trying to be biased because I own one. Like I said, you put a little bit of money into the Ecoboost, it's going to be faster. It's definitely going to be fast. Just tune the car. Obviously, if you tune the V6, it's going to be faster than it is stock too. But you know, you're gonna find a noticeable difference in the Ecoboost because it's an inline 4 turbo, and you can get a lot of power out of that car. I'm just not kidding. But if you're looking to buy an affordable car that has a good amount of power, the V6 is really not a bad option. I really don't think so. I had a 4-liter V6 before this, and that had 210 horsepower, 240 pound-feet of torque stock, and just having this 300 horsepower engine has made a huge difference. I don't really feel a need that I have to upgrade it. Car handles beautifully with their independent rear suspension. Now you're gonna get that on every S550 Mustang, but with the independent rear suspension, and I got the car lowered a little bit, it's a little bit stiffer, it's got a nice center of balance. The car handles absolutely beautifully, and 300 horsepower is like, it's enough power to have fun with. I can tell you guys that much. Definitely enough power to have fun with. I've taken it to the drag strip. It's definitely fun. You know, I mean, this car is putting out the power that V8s put out in 2008. So, I mean, it's cool. Obviously, you can get that with the Ecoboost and get the gas mileage. Now, the gas mileage is another thing. You're gonna get way better gas mileage with an Ecoboost, but at the same time, it's not that bad in a V6. If you were driving it in town only and there's red lights and everything, it's not that great. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I drive it to work every day. I get about 15 miles to the gallon. If I were to road trip this car, if I had a longer commute to work that wasn't filled with red lights, you know, I could get anywhere between 18 to 26 miles per gallon, which is not bad at all. That's pretty solid in my opinion. But anyways, I just want to tell you guys, like, don't leave the V6 out. V6 lives matter, they really do. But yeah, I just really wanted to make a car video, and I've been craving to do it. And when we got that Ecoboost Mustang, I was like, let's make a little comparison, what I thought about the Ecoboost. Now, obviously it wasn't super in-depth. I'm just saying, like, stock, they feel the same to me. I think the V6 is a little more fun because it just keeps pulling, man. It really just keeps pulling. It just keeps going! So yeah, guys, if you're in the market for a Mustang, do not count out the V6. It is a very viable car. It is a very nice car. It's a pretty quick car. I wouldn't call it fast. I wouldn't call the Ecoboost fast either. They are quick cars. Now we go in GT. I would call that a fast car. But, you know, it's a very, very fun car. It's very, very affordable. You know, while I would like to have some of the features that the Ecoboost had, I'm not a huge fan of a bunch of the technology and electronic shit that happens with these cars. This car is still really luxurious and advanced for like a complete base model, and I'm not a huge fan of having a ton of electronics that can just break, that you have to go into the dealership or someplace special to get fixed. And that's just me though. But anyways, guys, that's just my take on the V6 Mustang. Once again, this is a 2016 V6 3.7 liter. It's a 6-speed manual, so if you're buying a Mustang, no matter what it is, Ecoboost, V6, or GT, I would highly recommend a manual, because it's a Mustang. Like, come on, especially if you're not going to buy the GT, you have to buy the manual, or you're just kind of a pussy. The Ecoboost is a very awesome car. It's a very quick, very good gas mileage, fun car. But you know, compared to the V6, it's about the same. It doesn't pull when it's stock. Let's keep this in mind. When it's stock, it doesn't pull as hard as the V6, in my opinion. It might beat it, but it doesn't pull as hard. Obviously, the sound is a big thing, all right? The sound, we have a V6 engine versus a 4-cylinder turbo. Now, this mic is not gonna do it any justice, but it sounds too good, boys. Obviously it's not a V8, but a lot of pops and whatnot. And this is an aftermarket exhaust. But yeah, the sound's gonna be a lot different with the Ecoboost. It's not gonna be as rumbly, as aggressive as a V6, and definitely not as a V8. But if you're looking for all the features and the gas mileage and you have the money to drop, an Ecoboost is a very good option for you. I just wanted to make this video because I had the Ecoboost for a couple days, and I'm super glad to have my V6 back because I love the way it pulls, and I love having a manual. It was really annoying driving an automatic for a couple days. Jesus, too used to a manual. I don't think I'll ever go back. I really don't. I really don't think I'll ever go back. I love it too much. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for the video. Let me know if you would like to see some more car videos in the future, what you would like to see, what you would like me to talk about, or just, you know, ideas. Throw me some ideas. I'm open to making car videos. But that's gonna be it for the video. If you enjoyed, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're on the road to 1K. This has been Kerzy Ranger Dakota, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace!